Hi guys, today's video is on what remains after 6 months of papaya in the ground here at Fruitopia. Well, it's good and bad news again. Down at the base it looks pretty good, right? Bit of a scratch, but as we get up and up and up, still good except for those dead leaves. And then at the 3/4 mark we get the bad news. So very typical of what happens here with papaya in Melbourne, outdoors, in ground, or even in a pot. I've done these in pots too. The only way to avoid this is the greenhouse. I didn't do the greenhouse. I wanted to try all these varieties under extreme conditions. That was the experiment that I did over winter. And I thought I was going to get better results. I'm a little surprised because as late as late July, which is only, 5 weeks ago, most of them were doing fine. This being one of them. So it's only August, the last month, the end of winter, that the destruction came. So what I'm planning to do here is just, and this is probably a wrong thing to do, there's always a right and a wrong way about everything. I'm just going to cut right here where it's green so it can shoot out from the side. Right? So let's do that and clear all the mess now that it's spring. And before I do that, I just want to show you guys how it looks. Right? So this is the after result. Took away all the dead, and come what may, if it wants to come back to life or if it doesn't. So that's papaya number 1, the dwarf torpedo. And this is another torpedo variety. I think I showed you, I showed you this yesterday. I stuck it back in the ground just for this video. As you can see, absolutely dead. Gone. So we'll just move on. Number 2, dead. Papaya number 3, the Richter Gold. I had a lot of hopes for this one, guys. This is like underneath the chirimoya, sort of underneath the ice cream bean too. Pretty well protected. But look at that. Just as bad as the previous one I showed you. Goner. A little bit of life at the bottom, but I'm not going to hold my breath. Yeah, I can pull this out. Probably, yeah. It's all wet feet. It's a wet feet. Another wet feet death, which is how most of them get die. I bet the Panama berry had a similar death. Right? This is all very moist. Very moist. No chance for that to dry out over winter with temperatures maximum 15, minimum 0. Well, not 0, we didn't get 0, we got 2 and 3 Celsius. So not surprised again. So number 3, dead. papaya number 4 is the Sri Lankan red. Now this one, as you remember, only a month ago was fine, right? Was doing very fine. And from the ground up, it still is doing fine. However, as you slowly creep up, there's the usual damage at the top. However, guys, there's a slight chance like the first one I showed you, that this one might make it. But it still has wet feet, just like all of them did here in the ground. So it's very tight in the ground, unlike the last two I showed you. This ain't going anywhere. It's not going up, it's not going sideways. So this one here has the best chance out of all of them to make it. So I'm gonna cut this as well. This is probably not a good idea, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And hopefully there'll be some new growth coming from the point I cut it. So that's the before shot. It only made it to 2.5 feet, just under a meter. Okay, cut. Cleaned it up. Again, like the first papaya I showed you, whatever comes, comes, right? So that's the papaya experiment for hang on, 3 different varieties over Melbourne's winter, planted in January, February, summertime, and the test ran for what's now September. That's 7 to 8 months. 2 alive, 2 dead. Only a meter away from the papaya, I have this black sapote. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. It's even shooting out new shoots. Look, the black sapote. This is also in the ground. So I really don't understand some of these sensitive ones, like the mango, abiu, and papaya, when the other tropicals, such as this one here, black sapote, and white sapote, are doing so well, guys. They are like the crown of my fruit trees here in winter, and also the avocados. So you can't say it's the location, you can't say it's the soil, right? You can't do that because they're so close to each other, and they're getting the same overhead protection from the ice cream bean and the fuerte avocado, both, and bananas. A lot of protection. So yeah, that's a mystery. Before I go, I want to finish off with the southern red pawpaw papaya, which I showed you guys about a month ago. I cut it right here. It was about that high, and it rotted at the top, if you remember. And now after a month doing the same, it's got the same rot. So I left it in the ground. I didn't pull it out. It's been here for 3 years. What it does is it just keeps coming back in spring, and in summer it grows to like 5 feet tall and shoots out huge beautiful leaves. Starts to flower in autumn right in March, and then in May it starts to suffer, and then winter, right? And then it dies again at the end of winter, which is August. So this is round 3 with this guy. I don't know what kind of game this is, but he won't die completely. He won't die completely. He'll just die above the trunk and then resume in spring. So I don't know how many rounds I'm going to go with this guy before I pull him out. He's at least 4 inches wide and 3 inches deep, or across, and it's like a rock. He's not moving. He won't budge. So I don't know what else to try with this guy, the Southern Red. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I hope you found this video informative, or at least interesting. This is a Babaco, which is a mountain papaya, which is in the ground now for over 2 years, and it's just dropped its last leaves, and I don't have problems with these guys, with Babaco. Seems to enjoy the cooler temperature, seems to enjoy cold, wet winters, and also doesn't mind too much the wet feet, which the papaya just can't stand. It's coming back to life. It's getting a lot of new growth. And Brett, it's Babaco, not Babaco. Babaco? I nearly fell off my chair laughing when I heard you pronounce it like that. Babaco. It's Babaco. So as you guys can see, we don't have any issues at all with mountain papaya compared to the fully tropical papaya. Look at this. Not a problem. Same here, another Babaco. I've got 5 of them. They are absolute champions in ground, and they're all between 5 and 6 feet, right? Babaco, it's funny, right? It's waking up, it's coming back. I wish the papayas did this well. And here I got another one. I've got quite a few of them. They do so well in the cooler, temperate or warmer temperate climate. Cool climate. Babaco. Yes, you saw right, there was a Tamarillo in the background, still fruiting in spring. Isn't that something? Huh? It's been fruiting since April, since autumn. Amazing. So there you go, guys. That's the bay leaf, currently in full bloom. 20-year-old bay leaf laurel tree that I planted in 2000. So that's the deal on the papaya and the Babaco here at Fruitopia at the beginning of spring. This is another Babaco. In ground, all of them are in ground and doing really well, like I said. Together with the Monstera deliciosa, the fruit salad tree, which is really doing incredibly well in ground. So for now, this is all I have to hang on to until there's new life coming back. Wish me luck, guys. See you from the next video.